Okay, so this will be the last part of our tutorial. Okay, so in this question they have 6 parts to answer. You have to determine the profit maximization point, profit maximization price, quantity, total revenue, total cost, and also the profit or the losses. Okay, so we will refer to this diagram. For certain parts there are calculations required. Okay, so the first part, it says profit maximization point or profit maximizing point. So again, we will have to look at the point where MC is equal to MR. This is MC, marginal cost curve. This is your marginal revenue curve. So this point, this is MC equals to MR. Okay, so the profit maximization point, you just have to write it's MC equals to MR. Okay, that's the answer. And for profit maximizing price and quantity, so as usual, if we look down along the x-axis, okay, we can see the profit maximizing quantity is 350 units. And if we want the profit maximization price, again, you do not look at this 5 ringgit as the price. You have to look up. Okay, you reach the demand curve. So this, okay, we look at the demand curve, and then the y-axis here, it shows that profit maximization price is 10 ringgit. Okay, as for total revenue, to get total revenue, we will have to have price times quantity. So since the profit maximizing price is 10, this is P, this is the Q. So P times Q, 10 times 350. So this area will be the total revenue. Okay, so 10 times 350, then the total revenue should be 3,500. Okay, as for total cost, it's the same point. It's at MC equals to MR, but this time we will look up at the ATC, average total cost curve. So here the y-axis shows that the average total cost is 15 ringgit. Okay, so the total cost will be this 15 cost times the quantity 350 units. So this area, 15 times 350, this whole area is the total cost. And lastly, to determine whether it's a profit or a loss, you can see that this is the cost is 15, the price is only 10, so the cost is higher than the price. If cost is higher than the price, we know that this firm is actually making losses, so this area will be the losses. Okay, so to calculate this area, we have to use 5 times 350. That will be the area of the losses. Okay, so the answer for this question, part 1, profit maximization point is where MC equals to MR. Profit maximization price, this one is the price. Okay, so 10 ringgit. 10 ringgit is the profit maximization price. Profit maximization quantity, it will be 350 units. Total revenue is P times Q. P times Q. So it's 10 times 350. 10 times 350, the answer is 3,500 ringgit. Total cost 15. 15 times 350. This is can see it from the ATC. 15 times 350, the answer is 5250. And lastly will be the loss area. Okay, you can either use total revenue minus total cost, or you can just calculate this area. Okay, so the losses here is 1750. Right, so for the last question, this is a question on perfect competition. Okay, so it says that JJ Gold Enterprise is under perfect competition market. They sell 250 grams of gold per month for 156 ringgit each gram. So they sell 250 grams. This will be the quantity that they are selling. And this will be the price, 156 ringgit per gram. Okay, so currently their monthly total cost is 45,600 ringgit and total fixed cost is 5,000. Okay, so part 1, how much is their total revenue? So to get total revenue, we will use P times Q. 156, this is the price. 250 grams is the quantity. So their total revenue will be 156 per gram times 250 grams. So total revenue is 39,000 ringgit. Okay, then part 2, how much is the profit or loss? How much is the profit or loss? So to get profit or loss, we will have to use total revenue, which we have determined in part 1. Total revenue minus total cost, we will get profit or loss. Okay, so from the answer just now, total revenue is 39,000, total cost is 45,600 ringgit. So you can see that revenue is lesser than the cost, so we know that the firm is currently making losses. Okay, so to do the calculation, we will use 39,000 revenue minus 45,600, which is the total cost. So we get a negative figure, negative 660. So since it is a negative, we know that this is a loss of 6,600 ringgit. And last part, what can you say about its short run decision regarding shutdown? Okay, so we all know that the shutdown rule is to compare the price and the average variable cost. But you can see from the question that only the total cost and total fixed cost is given. There is no variable cost. Okay, but we all know that if you use total cost minus total fixed cost, you will get the total average cost. So from here we can find average variable cost. Okay, total cost minus total fixed cost is total variable cost. Okay, so from here let's try to get average variable cost. Alright, so if total cost is 45,600, total fixed cost is 5,000. Okay, you can use total cost minus total fixed cost and you'll get total variable cost equals to 40,600. Okay, so 40,600, if you want to get AVC, you have to use TVC divided by the quantity. So just now we said that quantity is 250 grams. So if you use 40,600 ringgit divided by 250, you will get that average variable cost is 162.4. 162.4. So to decide whether a firm should shut down or not, we will compare price and AVC. So if price is lower than AVC, the firm should shut down. So currently price is only 156, whereas the average variable cost is 162.4. So since the price is now lower than this AVC, so we will suggest or we recommend that JJ Gold Enterprise to shut down its firm in the short run. Alright, so that's the end of tutorial 11.